We ain't baby all close.
Nah, you stupid.
But yo, look, Puff is
Nah. You working with
I've known
Pac?
Puff for 30 years.
You saw Big before he passed?
Yeah.
Bro, so you're close. And Jack, what were you saying?
In the documentary, there was insinuations of, that Diddy possibly had something to do with both Tupac and Biggie. And,
Who's telling the story, right? You can skew
People very close to the situation.
but you can create any narrative.
I look at the computer say, Floyd said, T.I. Nelly fucked 50. I'm like, what did he say 50 for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fiance. Say fuck that.
People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle on other people being accused of such things. 50 don't give a okay? He don't give a He posted the Netflix thing. He said number 1 in 36 countries and 11 others still going up. Okay? Now, here it is. 50 is now posted a picture, an edited picture of that. A picture that someone drew.
When 50 Cent launched his explosive documentary series centered on Sean Diddy Combs, it didn't just trend, it detonated across the streaming world. Within hours of its release, the series rocketed up the charts at a pace few anticipated, reportedly outperforming established global hits like Stranger Things. Whether viewers tuned in out of curiosity, nostalgia, or the promise of revelations long whispered about in industry circles, one thing became unmistakably clear: 50 Cent wasn't interested in playing it safe. He came prepared to confront narratives head-on, with precision, control, and unapologetic boldness. And just when it seemed the frenzy might begin to cool, a fresh wave of online speculation reignited the conversation. Rumors of a second season are gaining serious momentum, and insiders suggest the next chapter could be even more ambitious. Early chatter points to what fans have already dubbed the Jay-Z Files, a development that, if realized, would mark one of the most talked-about moments in modern hip-hop documentary history. Jay-Z may not be the only powerhouse name in focus either. Growing speculation hints at as many as 7 high-profile figures potentially stepping into the spotlight next season, individuals bound by influence, legacy, unresolved controversies, and industry narratives that have never truly disappeared. This next chapter unfolds as rumored, the cultural impact could be seismic.
And just to kind of like roll off of what 50 was saying, I did not believe that I did not believe that it was going to be this crazy, but he's been the biggest champion of it. And so I think the goal was, the original conversation that 50 and I had in sitting down and talking about it, in the wake of Cassie filing her lawsuit, which is when we kind of had our first conversation, right then, was understanding that there were a lot of rumors in the industry. There was a lot of talk about, some of this bad behavior. I think Cassie's lawsuit, the level of detail that, getting underneath the hood and seeing the level of detail that she brought forward was really a lot to digest. And I think that both 50 and I were really interested in the nuances of tackling a story like this, like kind of understanding, where does the role of victim, begin and end versus like being a perpetrator, and kind of understanding cycles of violence and these kind of reoccurring patterns, and just seeing how complex the story was, and that no one was really treating it like that. Everyone was just very focused on salacious headlines and like with no context, and so I think for us, we wanted to put that care into the story.
But they did characterize it as a hit piece in the very beginning, is because they didn't get a chance to watch it, when they were saying that. And then after they see it, you see everyone's changed their mind, and it becomes the number one dog.
But also, someone calling it a hit piece was a statement from Diddy's team. So, I mean, what's your response to Diddy's team? Of course, they're going to probably have an opinion. And then what's your opinion on people that just say that you're petty? Are you petty?
I accept that. I'll take that. I'll wear that. I'm fine. I have antics that I've become comfortable with on social media because of the usage of social media. That's just that. You know what I mean? But when they look at, they'll say, me deciding to go on ABC is petty. The morning show is the biggest show. Yeah. These people, they came from, it's a great opportunity to be on that actual platform. But they looked at it further and said it's airing in prison, so this would be why I would like to do that. And it didn't come across as a reason not to. Of course, I was aware that it would be airing.
And for both of you, one of the other questions fans are asking is, there are a lot of great and powerful interviews in this, but where are A-list celebrities? Where are people in his orbit that remain silent? Like, they've never really even spoken out against the allegations or anything that's going on. Are people just concerned about their careers? Are they afraid to speak out? Because I remember Harvey Weinstein, right away, everyone was like piling on and talking. Yeah. Why is everyone afraid to say anything about Diddy?
It's a part of the hip hop culture. Like, they think that they are telling something or just mind your business type of thing. Like, so if there's no, other than that, you would look, if I wasn't saying the things that you've heard me say, there would be nothing being said at all. So it'd just be, you would assume that the culture.
When early whispers about season 2 of 50 Cent's hard-hitting Netflix series began to circulate, few expected one surprising name to enter the conversation: Marlon Wayans, the comedian widely recognized for his roles in Scary Movie and White Chicks. First glance, the connection felt unexpected, even random. But recent friction between the two made the speculation impossible to dismiss. Tension surfaced during an interview in which Wayans was asked about the documentary. Rather than offering applause, he urged restraint. He suggested the situation was deeply personal, shaped by years of conflict, and not simply a matter of bold storytelling. His remarks centered on accountability, timing, and the reality that actions carry consequences, especially when someone is already under intense public scrutiny. Wayans wasn't overtly defending anyone. Instead, he questioned the intent behind the project and cautioned that documentaries rarely present the full, unfiltered truth. That perspective didn't sit well with 50 Cent. Within hours, he responded on social media with his trademark sharp wit, deploying memes, exaggerated visuals, and pointed callbacks to Wayans' past comedic roles to redirect the spotlight. What began as a philosophical difference quickly escalated into a fast-moving digital showdown. AI-generated images, viral posts, and relentless commentary turned the exchange into a public spectacle, amplifying anticipation and fueling even more curiosity about what Season 2 could ultimately reveal.
A social media beef with 50 Cent. What was it like in the family chat? Well, brothers, they were funny. Damon was like, why you pick the biggest brother? He's on gamma rays. Stick to beefing with Soulja Boy, Kevin Hart, people that we can beat. You fight him. Leave guys that got shot 9 times alone. He survived 9. And so I backed out. I just said his name. They asked me about the documentary. I was like, I didn't see it. And then they asked me about it, and I just gave my opinion. I was just like, I don't think brothers need to be quarreling in public like that. And then what I get into? A public quarrel with a brother. And I just think it was bad for the culture. And so I kind of backed out. I don't even say that name anymore. If you ask me, hey, you got change of $1? I need a half $1. So you need a half $1.
All right. So I'm going to make it abundantly clear. I'm not here defending Diddy. I am here because I got dragged into this because somebody asked me a question and I had an opinion. Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any subject, period. I'm not here defending Diddy. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you. Once again, somebody's creating narratives. This is my point. So please look at the whole clip that I did and then look what happens with the narrative. And that's what I'm telling you. Y'all people don't be sheep. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought, freedom of speech, and don't ever let nobody bully you. Never. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling this.
What makes this clash so compelling isn't simply the star power involved, it's the timing. tension ignited at the exact moment the documentary conversation was reaching full throttle, turning what might have been a fleeting remark into days of non-stop online sparring and viral meme warfare. Marlon Wayans has maintained that his comments were never about defending anyone or taking sides. According to him, it was about perspective, about balance, context, and the responsibility that comes with shaping powerful narratives. But to 50 Cent, and to a sizable wave of fans watching the exchange unfold, the message resonated differently. The swift, pointed response suggested something deeper was at play. This is no longer a case of a comedian offering outside commentary. Whether he intended it or not, Marlon Wayans has shifted from observer to participant, pulled directly into the expanding storyline, and potentially into the next chapter of a saga that shows no signs of slowing down.
About the back and forth between 50 and Marlon Wayans.
With him and Marlon Wayans, I don't understand, Marlon got his own opinion, just like everybody got an asshole. He got his own opinion too. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to say whatever he want to say. But, when you know somebody is going to war or don't like somebody or somebody got a beef with somebody, unless you want to be a part of that beef or take a part of that, why you going to get involved in it? You understand? Keep your opinion to yourself. If you know those two people got a beef and you got a voice out here. Marlon got a voice because he comes from that family that has done a crazy, comedy shows and things for our community as far as being the elites of the comedy world and then of the movie world. And he comes from that family, bro. So, you putting his voice and saying that, 50 is doing something wrong and stuff like that. People can't tell people what to do and how to do with their lives and with their time and everything like that. And if he's going against Puff and he's putting stuff out there, that's his business. That's him and Puff's business. You understand? Like people try to say I'm doing something wrong. That's me and Puff's business. You understand? No, but it's all right for him to send dudes to try to do something to me. It's all right for him to, send people or get them information so I can lose my job. It's all right for them to do what they do. You understand? But when they see somebody like me or doing it back or saying something, I gotta be some broke this, I gotta be some jealous this, I gotta be some hating ass and stuff like that. No, this is war. You understand? I might not have the ammunition he have, I might not have the people that he have. So for Marlon Wayans to go at 50 like that, both of them got money. You know what I'm saying? Both of them got, their own peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? But for Marlon to put out a clip that is an AI generated clip against 50, that's something whole different, bro. That's something whole, and I see that's happening right now. They got a clip of me holding a picture of Diddy and I think it's 50 or somebody in the bed together. You understand? I ain't never had that picture right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen that. That's a lie. But they're allowing that like that to come on the internet. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing people, to cut and paste and put stuff out there and make people seem like, they are some kind of fanoid, some homosexual ass whatever. And I know you can't say that on a thing, but that's what it is, bro. And I just hate that they are allowed and they can't be sued for doing stuff like that, man. And that's what, if you're gonna do anything, you should be able to sue somebody to be doing stuff like that. For him to put 50 in the hot tub with Puff or get that picture when he knows it's an AI generated picture, that was low. That was real low. But he said, so since 50 trolling, I'm a troll. So have that same energy when you see that man. Keep trolling when you see that man. And that's what I got to say about that one. My whole thing about it is, bro, people going around saying, but Diddy's in jail. And him being in jail don't bring back none of the people that died, not only on his watch, on his making. It don't bring back big. You You know what I'm saying? I heard one journalist talk about Suge Knight is the one who, you know, big and set big up and everything like that. So let me ask you something. Suge Knight was working in accordance with Puff to get big out of California. He was working with Puff to keep big from going to London. Suge Knight was working with Puff to do that? I don't think so. I heard Puff tell Kirk Burroughs on that Thursday, yo, Big ain't going nowhere. You could go by yourself, but Big ain't going nowhere. You know what? When you look at things and they see things, you know that facts will change your...
Next under the lens is Jay-Z, and truthfully, his appearance feels almost inevitable. In the wake of 50 Cent's groundbreaking focus on industry power plays, if there's one figure fans anticipated rising after Diddy, it's Jay-Z. Their decades-long overlap in music and business has always been a complex tapestry. Moments of collaboration, subtle rivalries, and quiet competition that never fully disappeared. Now, riding the wave of momentum 50 Cent has created with his hard-hitting docuseries, speculation is growing that Jay-Z's story could be the next major chapter to command public attention. If it happens, it promises to deliver another heavyweight narrative, pulling audiences deeper into the intricate world of hip-hop power, influence, and the stories that shape it.
Was they really friends or not?
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it, but I don't know what kind of half a homo that is, and you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them, but they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that's a certain type.
50 Cent has already been stoking the speculation on Instagram, and his moves don't look accidental. A recent post featuring Jay-Z instantly sent engagement through the roof, with comment sections flooding as fans repeatedly echoed phrases like Jay-Z files, openly predicting a future season centered on him. Rather than shut it down, 50 leaned in, liking multiple comments that pushed the idea forward and quietly intensifying the rumors. Considering Jay-Z's massive influence, decades-long career, and far-reaching business network, the possibility of a documentary examining his legacy, partnerships, and industry relationships, particularly his long-standing association with Diddy, is enough to keep audiences locked in. Jay's continued silence has only amplified the noise. And while nothing has been officially confirmed, online momentum has reached a point where many are treating his involvement in the next chapter as all but inevitable.
Now, a lot of people think it's unethical for a rapper to be blowing the whistle on another rapper, given the fact that many rappers do the same things. Now, maybe not Diddy things, but like, you know, I keep telling you, I know many rappers who they do domestically assault their women. They have put their hands on their woman. They have beat their woman before. They have a domestic case. People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle on other people being accused of such things. 50 don't give a, okay? He don't give a. He posted the Netflix thing. He said #1 in 36 countries and 11 others still going up, okay? Now, here it is. 50 is now posted a picture, an edited picture of that. A picture that someone drew of Jay-Z And 50 said, please stop sending me stuff like this. I'm not going to post it. But of course, he's being facetious because he posted the picture that he claimed he wouldn't post. Now, that's not the interesting part, y'all. The interesting part is when you look at it, 50 was in the comments here and he was liking posts. You can't see what the author, which will be 50, likes. But 50, and I guess I could post it on, give me a second. I could post it on our burner page. Wait, what? Wait. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Every time I open my phone, I see like a million different things. Anyway, because I don't want to slow the stream now. 50 is liking these comments, and these comments are saying, yo, do the documentary on Jay-Z next, right? Oh, actually people posted on Twitter. So they're actually saying, and they're encouraging, and 50's liking it. Here we go. So 50 Cent liking a comments hinting Jay-Z's next. Somebody says, my only question. He's next, isn't he? 50 liked it.
Another name steadily gaining traction for season 2 is Rick Ross, and this isn't idle speculation. The rivalry between 50 Cent and Rick Ross carries real weight, stretching back nearly 2 decades to become one of hip-hop's most infamous and enduring clashes. It all began in the late 2000s, when lyrics perceived as subtle shots sparked a furious response from 50 Cent in the form of pointed diss tracks. What followed was years of lyrical back and forth, media jabs, and relentless online friction, with the conflict eventually spilling over into legal disputes, personal accusations, and digital taunts that fans still reference today. Tension hasn't cooled. As recently as March 2025, 50 Cent reignited the feud by mocking Ross' role on the Millennium Tour and questioning his drawing power, a move that prompted Ross to respond with public criticism and pointed personal remarks. Now, with the documentary's momentum building, 50 Cent seems poised to revisit this decades-long rivalry, signaling that this chapter could become its most intense.